Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Akio and welcome to the second last Harry Potter review, guys. Yes, I've had a great time talking about these movies. So now we are on to the final film. No, we're not. This is the second last film, guys. Yes, you may be asking yourself why I said final film and not second last. Well, technically it kind of is, but it's been to two parts. This is the first half of that story. This is Deathly Hallows Part 1, and oh my god, guys, I love this film. I adore this film. This is one of my favorite fantasy films of all time. I'm sorry, but this is my second favorite film in the franchise. Say what you will about it. I love it. It never stops. It just is a fast-paced, adrenaline, rollercoaster thrill ride of a film. And I'll talk about that as I go on. So, to start off with, let's just jump talking about this movie from scene 1 to the end. You thought I was going to say. Let's just jump right into the pre-rating show, right? Now, also, I do want to mention something. I'm going to be doing 2 videos today, just for today, because school, like I said, for my Outpost review on Friday, will be the first of 4 catch-up reviews to come. I already saw Outpost, so I don't have to worry about that. And school will be the first one today. So, keep an eye out for that whenever I get a chance to watch it today. But anyway, let's talk about this. Deathly Hallows Part 1 came out back 10 years ago in 2010. And my god, guys, this film, like I said, fast-paced, craziness. I mean, it's just insane. This movie just starts right off the bat. We get to see Voldemort, we get to see the Death Eaters. But before that, we get a cool montage and great music played in the background by the great Alexander Desplat. I don't know how to say his last name, but yeah, his music is great. I think besides, he's my second favorite composer in the franchise behind John Williams. John Williams obviously is the best, but he's the second one, and then it's probably Nico Super and then Patrick Doyle. I don't know, but anyway, his music is great. I love Alexander Desplat's score. He also did Godzilla in 2014, which was great. But anyway, the music of Obliviate, that song, that piece of music is just great for the opening because it makes sense. Why it's called Obliviate? It's because simply it's to get rid of like memories and all that type of stuff. Hermione is leaving her home. She says the word I can't even speak. Obliviate. And what do you know? Her parents' memory of her are gone. Like, they can't remember her. But it makes sense. It is sad, but at the same time, it makes sense because she wants to keep her parents safe. She doesn't want them to remember, her and where she's gone and all type of stuff. She just wants them to have a normal life. And it's kind of sad because, like, you grew up with them for so many years and then you just get rid of their memories. Like, wow. But then again, it just shows the darkness, the dark tone of this movie and what it's going for. We also get to see Ron and all type of stuff. We get to see Harry, one last time with the Dursleys. They're moving out as well. It's not safe for them anymore, according to Uncle Ben and all type of stuff, which makes sense. And then after that montage, we get to see Voldemort and his forces and all type of stuff. Voldemort and the Death Eaters. We get to see Nagini, obviously. Pius, we get to see Pius and all that type of stuff. And Voldemort has some funny lines here and there, whatever. And it's cool because this movie really shows that Voldemort and his Death Eaters and his group, they're not going to stop until they find Harry. They're not. Bellatrix wants to kill him. Other people want to kill him. Draco's there. Like, he's lost in this. I feel so bad for Draco. He's like that one guy. He's like, I don't feel like I belong here. Like, there's always that one guy in the group. So yeah, and Draco's that guy. So after that, we cut to Harry, and Harry reunites with his friends, Ron, Hermione, of course. Hagrid shows up, and all the type of stuff. Hedwig flies away because Harry has to go on the run. The chase is still on him. Apparently he's not 17, even though he should be. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so they all decide to go and change themselves into Harry. Well, not all of them, 7 of them. I think including Harry, I can't remember. But anyway, Fred, George change. Ron, Hermione, they change. Can't remember who else changes. Mundungus, yeah, he changes. Yeah, but there's a bunch of people that change into Harry, and it's just craziness. Mad-Eye dies in this incredible chase sequence, and it's so exciting. This is when the movie really like gets you going. Like, whenever there's an exciting action sequence in this movie, it's so fun. And the chase sequence involving like the Death Eaters through the streets and the sky is amazing. Hedwig, rest in peace, dies. It's just sad. But after that, we cut and to Voldemort fighting Harry for a brief moment, and then Voldemort just like explodes electricity and all type of stuff like that what's it called, the power lines, I believe. Yeah, it just destroys all that, whatever. Anyway, and then Harry and Hagrid arrive at the Weasley place, and this is when the movie slows down the most. And then we get to see the wedding. Bill and Fleur are getting married, all type of stuff. However, the new Minister of Magic, Rufus Scrimgeour, I believe that's his name, played by Bill Nye. Yes, Bill Nye, who also plays Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean. He's in this movie too, and he's great. By the way, he's great. I do really like his role in this movie. And unfortunately, he does die, according to like Kingsley's Shackleboard and all type of stuff. Like they say the Minister of Magic is dead, and then they say they are coming and boom, all the Death Eaters attack the wedding at night. I know I'm jumping back and forth, but I can't help you guys. You guys are probably used to this by now. Anyway, so Rufus shows up and gives all three and gives the trio one object. Hermione gets a book, Tales of Beetle and Bard. Ron gets the Deluminator, and Harry gets the Golden Snitch. But apparently he was also supposed to get the Sword of Gryffindor, but apparently they can't give the sword because the sword is missing, and so they don't know what to do. So they do. Obviously, they're gonna find the sword. And they do, but not in the way you might think. So after all this happens, after the wedding and the night and all type of stuff, they flee on the streets. But immediately once they flee into a cafe shop, boom, Death Eaters are there. And so they have to go into the Ministry of Magic to find the locket. But how they get there, how they know that it's there, because let's just say that Creature is there. Creature tells them. And how they find Creature, they go to 14, is it 14? Yeah, Grimmauld Place. Yeah. But Dumbledore's ghost is there. Apparently to scare Snape. Yes, I still remember that part, don't worry. And it's so funny, their reaction, they're all so scared. And then Hermione's the most scared, and then she's like talking in the back after that. After like she legit screamed, I'm not joking, guys. Anyway, so after that, they find Creature. Harry thinks Creature's spying on them, and then he tells them there's a locket, blah blah blah, all the type of stuff. And some more stuff happens and all type of stuff. Dobby shows up, which is great. Manungus Fletcher shows up. And then we get to see... Oh wait, is that after? I can't remember. Anyway, and then we get to see Umbridge. Oh my god. And this spot's really cool. They sneak into the ministry. They pretty much like... No, the Death Eaters infiltrated. I wouldn't say it's an infiltration. They break in and break out. And that scene is so cool. It's such a fun sequence. And this is when the movie gets even better. It never stops. The moment they get the locket, they escape it all. It's crazy. Ron kisses some random lady. It's so funny. It's so random. And then the husband shows up and he's like, who's that? I love that scene. And then Ron gets splinged according to Hermione. They escape into this forest. I know I'm speeding it up a bit. I'm sorry, guys. But they escape into this forest. And then the movie slows down. But this is when the movie gets better for me. Because this movie... The moment they enter the forest is when the movie becomes a character piece. This movie is so much about character. It's so much about focusing on the trio. And that's why I love Deathly Hallows Part 1 so much. And I feel like some people don't recognize this about this movie. It's that this movie is so much about the trio in ways that you probably didn't even expect. Everyone takes turns to wear the locket. And it messes them with them physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, whatever. Ron gets jealous of Harry and Hermione. They start fighting. Ron leaves. Hermione and Harry start dancing. You think they're gonna kiss, they don't. Ron shows up again. Ron gets the Sword of Gryffindor from this lake because Harry was stuck at the bottom of it. It was frozen. Ron saves him. And then with the Sword of Gryffindor, boom, he destroys the locket. As you can see, the locket's on the cover of the 4K. Right here. The 4K film right here. Yeah. So the locket's destroyed. Now you may be asking yourself, wait, what? That's it? The locket's destroyed? No, that's not it. That's only 3 of the Deathly Hallows. In the previous film, Half-Blood Prince, 1 was destroyed, the ring, we never saw it. And in the second film, we had the diary destroyed. So, now that 3 is gone, we only have 4 more to go. But then Ron says, only 3 to go, or 2 to go. Because he doesn't realize that Harry is also a Horcrux. No one knows. Not even he knows as well. But I think he kind of knows it. I'm actually curious to know when Daniel Radcliffe behind the scenes knew that he was a Horcrux. I'm wanting to know that. That's something that never crossed my mind until just now. I'm not even joking. So once the Horcrux is destroyed, then it becomes even more intense. There's a chase sequence. There's some craziness happening. Oh yeah, but I forgot to tell you. I'm sorry. See, this is what I mean. I'm jumping back and forth. Before Ron comes back, Harry and Hermione go to Godric's Hall, and oh my god, the amount of emotion in this scene is crazy. They go to the graveyard, and Harry's parents, the grave, oh, that music, it's so powerful. Oh, the feels, guys, the feels. That hits you right in the heart, doesn't it? But anyway, they go to Godric's Hall, and then they see before the backshot, who actually is this guy, is in the sky, who actually is a disguise for Nagini, aka Voldemort's pet snake, or snake, yeah. Now, Nagini is there because, let's just say that she's in Godric's Hall because they know Harry's going to show up eventually. They know Harry's going to show up eventually to find out some information and all that type of stuff. So, it's smart of Voldemort to send him a snake there and all type of stuff. And then they have a bit of a battle and it's pretty cool and all that type of stuff. That's what I mean, guys. This movie never stops. You have the chase. This is how many intense moments are in this movie. You have the chase sequence at the start. You have the Ministry of Magic sequence. You have the fight. You have that scene with the in Godric's Hall. You have the incredibly choreographed with beautiful cinematography as well chase sequence to the forest, and then you have the final battle, of course, with none other than you also have the cafe attack scene, but you also have the final battle, which is just insane. So they go to Malfoy Manor, and then things get even crazier, you know. Bellatrix is there. Bellatrix kills Dobby. Dobby saves the day. Dobby dies, and Voldemort gets the Elder One, and that's the end, guys. Yeah. Now, you may be asking yourself, that's it? That's how you're going to talk about this movie? No. That's the whole plot, guys. I skimmed through it very quickly, but there's still some other things I want to talk about. Hermione. Harry and Hermione. Now, I'm not going to touch on this too long because I don't want this to be very awkward in this video, but I support it. I ship it. They should have kissed. I'm sorry. That's all I say. It's like Ray and Kylo Ren. We knew something like that was going to happen. I don't care what people say. I'm a supporter of that too. But I feel like Harry and Hermione have much more development. Not just because of the amount of films, well, there's that too. But they have way more development than Kylo Ren and Ray. But in terms of this franchise, they're stronger than Harry and Ginny and Hermione and Ron. Probably even combined. Like Hermione and Ron are always back and forth. Harry and Ginny barely share screen time for the first half of the franchise, which is sad. Like Ginny's just there, like, hey, I'm here in the background, okay, whatever. I have a couple of lines and then I'm gone, whatever. Yeah. Also, one of the Weasley brothers, gets, hit on the ear, and it's pretty crazy. I think it's George, yeah. And then in the next film, the first part 2, Fred dies, which is kind of sad. I actually thought it was Ron's dad, because it sounded like he said dad, but it was Fred. So yeah, that's kind of sad. But anyway, it is what it is, you know. We knew something was gonna happen, and yeah. So Dobby dies, Hedwig dies, Mad Eye dies. Wow, they're taking them left and right. This movie really is a roller coaster ride. Like I said, it's a character study because, like I said, the trio get tested in very interesting ways. Hermione, when she puts on the locket, she she just feels like she's helpless. She's not doing anything. When Harry puts on the locket, he just gets angry at Hermione, and he's like, "You're not doing enough. We have to go." Blah blah blah, all that type of stuff. And it's very sad when the trio are against each other. It's cool, but it's sad. But my God, that whole sequence when Harry and Ron are fighting, the acting in that scene, me personally, I thought it was amazing. That's probably the best actor scene I've seen of both these actors in this entire franchise. Rupert Grint and Daniel Radcliffe are amazing. And seeing Emma Watson's reaction to these guys fighting, she's like, in her mind, she's probably like, oh, why am I here? You know what would have been funny if those Draco just random show up, say, hey guys, or something. Or maybe Draco could have joined that camping trip, because this movie is part camping trip as well, and it really is, and that's what makes this movie fun. So like I said, there's the opening chase sequence, there's a cafe sequence, there's the Ministry of Magic sequence, there's the forest chase, but before they have the Nagini scene, and then you have the final battle. So there's 6, maybe 7, 8 sequences of action in this movie. This movie is a roller coaster ride. It starts high, then massive drop, then up, down, up, down. That's how I would describe this movie, guys. Yeah. But anyway, guys, that is it. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. I think I've talked enough I can about this movie. Every major scene, the cinematography is beautiful. It films so well. There's so many great moments. You learn so much about like some of the past in this movie and all type of stuff and all that. Garrett Grindelwald. You learn about the Deathly Hallows, the Elder Wand, the Cloak of Invisibility, the Resurrection Stone. Harry already has one of them. Voldemort has one, and the stone is actually in the Golden Snitch, but we don't find that out until the next film, which I'll be talking about next month in November. So anyway, guys, that's it. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. We are almost done. This is the penultimate film of the franchise. This is the Infinity War of the Harry Potter franchise. I love this film. It's not as big, obviously, as Infinity War, but still very grounded in realism in terms of how these characters deal with things. And I love that about it. It doesn't have to be super big. It still works. And that's why I love this film, guys. It's so character-based, fantastic emotion, great dramatic acting, funny moments as well, not gonna lie. The music is great. It's almost a perfect movie in my opinion. But wait till we get to Deathly Hallows Part 2. That's when things get even crazier. So overall, 9 out of 10 obviously for this movie. It's great. David Yates, you did it again, sir. You did it again. Can't wait to talk about my favorite film in this franchise and what's currently my second favorite film of all time next month in Deathly Hallows Part 2 for November. So like I said, guys, keep a lookout for Scoob. Sometime today I'll be watching it. But until then, before then, don't forget to like this video, comment down below, tell me what your thoughts are on this film. Is this your favorite? Is this your least favorite? Where would you put it in the terms of ranking amongst the other 6 Harry Potter films that I've talked about so far? Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. My name is Akil, otherwise known as the Comic Director, and I'm signing out.